So we're going to start this vlog off a little differently today, sort of Tarantino style, if you will. This is me 2 weeks after starting this vlog, so I've been editing this now for over 2 weeks. I've actually already started editing the next one, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. I just feel like the structure of it's a little messy, so I need to sort of step in and give myself some bookends. I started filming this 2 days after we got back from Yosemite, and I hit the ground running. I had a very busy week that first week back, and you'll see in the vlog there was a lot going on, and I think I just struggle with sort of having to juggle my content and then also concentrating on making sure that my work was getting done, which I didn't anticipate being an issue. I think that I want to make sure that my work stays a priority. It's obviously very important to me, and I don't want to feel like I'm having to choose between, being creative for myself and also, paying the bills. I guess I just wish that I was at the point to where I could show a little bit more. I'll talk more about that at the end of the video. And how do I transition this into 2 weeks ago? It all started when... Busy week this week. I got 5 shoots. 2 of them are with the same client. 2 today, 1 tomorrow. For this first one, I'm packing pretty light. I have 1 stand, an umbrella, 1 strobe, and a softbox if I need it. This first shoot that I'm headed to is a maternity shoot. I don't do a lot of maternity shoots now, and the fact that I have 2 this week is kind of insane. When I first started my photography career, it was something that I did once a month, once every 2 months, but my career sort of pulled me in a different direction and I didn't do them as much. I'll still do them for close friends, and that's exactly what this is today. The person that I'm shooting with is an old model friend. I worked with her a lot between 2015 to like 2022. She settled down, got married, is starting a family now, and to do this for her is an honor. For someone that I've known for such a long time, and I call more than just a client but a friend, this is something that is really special, because these photos are going to mean something to her and her husband for a very long time.
That's it?
Yeah, thank you so much. Alright, not bad. I did that in 1 hour and 30 minutes. On my way back home now. I have a few hours to sort of dump files, get everything ready, and then I have my next shoot at a hockey rink. And the hockey rink is in Pasadena. Before I started vlogging, I hadn't been to Pasadena in like 3 years. Now all of a sudden I'm going twice in a month. Oh, it's not as slippery. All right, so I got my R1, 24 to 105, f2.8. I got a speed light on the tripod right here, and then I got the R5 II with the 85mm. I ChatGPT what shoes I could bring to walk on the ice. These ACGs were the ones that best suited for this situation, so I have a feeling I'm still gonna fall. I think the guys over here felt bad for me because they let me borrow some spikes. You ready? Get a little closer to me. Not too much. Right there, right there. There you go. Nice. I got that one for sure. I feel like these are very like what I would imagine hockey shots to look like. You gotta face the light. Yeah, there you go. Jesus, dude. All right, so day 2 of shooting with the same client. I'm on my way to pick her up right now. We're basically gonna be doing the same thing, except not on the ice. We're gonna be doing it in studio. She's a former semi-pro goalie, so she likes to get this type of content for her page. It's honestly really, really fun to do it. I've never done it before. I didn't even know we had a local ice rink in here close to LA. We only got the studio for 2 hours. So I just pulled up to her hotel. She's not ready yet. So it's looking like we're probably gonna have closer to an hour at the studio, which is fine. It's studio. I feel like I'm so used to being in that environment that I'll just be able to move around and maneuver pretty quickly and get the shots that we need to. But since we have some time, I'm probably just gonna watch some YouTube here. All right, so that was a quick shoot. Now I'm going back home. I need to import, color correct, export. After I'm done exporting, I'm probably just gonna take a really long nap. All right, so it's been 2 days. I have a shoot in about an hour and a half. It's another maternity shoot. But before I go to the shoot, I wanted to talk about what I do to sort of set up and how I break down inspiration that people send me to figure out what I need to take. I'm gonna throw up the images that I was sent on the screen, and then we'll go ahead and just talk through them. This first one, it looks like natural light or maybe lit from afar to just create this really large, soft glow. I don't see a second light source. I only see one light source, really, really soft off to the right. And you can tell from the shadow that goes onto her left in the middle image. And then in the bottom image, the light source just switches to her left side. Now this image, this gives me a parabolic feel. Parabolic lighting to me has a very specific feel because it's sort of like a mixture of hard and soft light. And I see that in her face. I want to believe that there's a second light source just for fill, because you obviously see the hard shadow on the floor on the right side of her, but then I also see a little bit of shadow on the left side. Third photo. Now this photo is top lit. It has a white vignette around it, so that's done in post. There's obviously like a really soft glow to a lot of the highlights. That can also be done in post. I think what I can do is I can just throw a strobe really high on a stand and do it with the white umbrella. The next one, I love doing this type of look. This is really simple, just direct flash, and then having the model as close to the background as possible to just minimize shadow. I don't see myself using more than one light. I'm gonna bring more than one light. And obviously too, sometimes when I'm working with influencers, I'll think about whether or not I should bring continuous light. So I have 2 Aperture 600Ds, and I'll sometimes bring those because a lot of influencers like to shoot as we're shooting, so they're getting content. If it needs to be filmed and shot at the same time, using something like the 600D that gets really bright for me to be able to shoot. I have taken photos with it before, so I haven't seen any banding with it before unless I'm getting into pretty high shutter speeds, but usually 1/400th of a second is good enough. All right, I only got a couple minutes to set up. I don't want to be recording when they get here because I don't want to come off as unprofessional. They do have pro photos here. I'm wondering if I should just use those instead, but I don't know. I've always been against pro photos just because they're so expensive, and I get that they're like the Apple of, you know, photo equipment. It just feels like you're paying so much more for not much more performance. And I've done a lot of research on the lights. Like every time I buy a new strobe, I'm like, should I just go for pro photo? And I think what holds me back most of the time is that 1, the price. 2, you're paying for the refresh speed, which is great, but I don't necessarily need it most of the time. And then 3, all the attachments and all the accessories for it are always more expensive. I mean, honestly, I might just go Elechrome instead of pro photo. And then camera wise, R5 II, and then I think I'm just gonna go with the 24 to 105. All right, so they just showed up, so I'm putting this away. On my way to shoot number 5 this week. This is the only one I'm not getting paid for. This is just like a favor to family. My cousin's daughter, which makes her my first cousin once removed. She needs headshots done, so again, it's something I do every now and then, not too often. The one thing that I have learned about doing headshots is that the best lens to do them with is the 100mm 2.8. The reason being is because if you're getting a headshot from someone's like chest up, everything has no distortion. It just like, it's the best representation of someone's face. So 100mm 2.8, that's probably what I'm going to be using most of today. All right, so after a crazy couple days, I'm gonna take a little break. Luna and I are gonna go to Disneyland. Her and I are pass holders, so we try to go at least once a month just to get our money's worth. I thought it would be fun to bring a camera, and then this is always the thing when I go to Disneyland. Which one do I bring? Like if I'm only gonna take photos, obviously I'll take my GFX. But I think this would be like a good opportunity to sort of keep playing around with the R1 and look at the kind of footage that I can get out of it. So this is what I'm taking today. I'm only taking one lens. So the R1 with the 24-1.8. I love this little lens. And with this camera, I'm gonna take some magnetic filters with it. So I have these magnetic filters from Earth. You'll see there, I got the PL, 2 mist filters, ND filters. I'll just sort of unstack them, throw it on my lens here. And then that's one filter, and I usually keep a mist filter on there, and then I'll just sort of stack it with NDs. All right, so real quick, what I'm taking is the R1 with the 24. I never really leave the house without these 2 anymore. They help so much when I'm vlogging. The Insta 360 Go Ultra and the Osmo 360 DJI Mic 3s, and then this thing, which is the Osmo Pocket 3. Gotta work hard, play hard, right?
I would let you change me. I would be
guys are still here, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys for watching. What you guys just saw was like a full week and a half of my life. And it was a busy one at that. I had 5 shoots in the span of 7 days. There was a lot of stuff that I felt like I couldn't share, not because I didn't want to, but because there's a sense of still keeping that level of professionalism with my clients. I don't ever want to make them feel like they're a character in my content without their consent. I think it's very important for me to make sure that they feel comfortable. I'm hired to take photos and edit and deliver files for them. And my content isn't their responsibility. There are going to be clients that are very supportive of it and want to be a part of it, and I appreciate those people, but not everyone's going to be that way. And I think that if there's anything that I've learned or some things that I can take away from this week is that I'm still sort of trying to find the balance of being able to do this type of content for myself and then also be able to work and pay my bills. This is meant to be fun and an expression of me. So still finding that balance is definitely one takeaway from this week. Another thing that I'm taking away from this week and something that I'm sort of pushing myself through right now is that as happy as I am with the content, it feels unfinished to me. It feels like there could have been more. It feels like there could have been another story told or this story could have been told better. But I think that I'm just going to roll with the punches, and I want to make sure that I don't let these thoughts hold me back in any sort of way. This is obviously very important to me, and I want to make sure that I am portraying myself and my work in the best light. But I'm really practicing this done is better than perfect thing, and I want to make sure that I'm not going to continue to hold myself back because something wasn't perfect. This could definitely be me being like my worst critic and maybe a little bit of imposter syndrome of like, this isn't good enough. Why are you putting this out? Why are you doing this? I'm just going to try to ignore it and put it out and do my best to continue. Like I said, I've already started to film the next vlog and hopefully this feeling passes. If there's a positive that I can take away from this experience in this vlog is that I proved to myself that I can do a full week's worth of shoots and still get some content out of it. Because in the past, I wouldn't have done that. In the past, I would have just like said like, oh, I can't afford to worry about doing my own content right now. I need to make sure that I, take care of my work first. But I am trying to prioritize both along with my personal life as well, as making sure that my work, my personal and my creative life all can simultaneously belong together. If there's anything that I've taken away from this week is that could be a thing. That could be possible. Yeah, I guess like we'll just keep moving forward and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Stupid.